Here we go. Shaka. Jah Shaka, welcome back to Kiss 100.
Greetings in the name of His Imperial Majesty, Emperor Haile Selassie. Greetings one and all. Greetings for keeping the faith in Jah Rastafari, and His blessings shall flow amongst
Jah is the ruler, and Jah must stand for dominate. Jah is the ruler, and Jah must stand for dominate. Some people say they don't know the ways of Jah, but I say Jah is the mighty ruler. Another man say he's the kings of kings, but to a Rasta man, Jah is everything. So Jah is the ruler, and Jah must stand for dominate. Jah is the ruler, and Jah must stand for dominate. There won't be no stumbling in your way, 'cause Jah will take good care of you. It's been a long time, Jah is guiding His people. Yeah, now time has come, Jah is right there with you. So Jah is the ruler, and Jah must stand for dominate. Jah is the ruler, and Jah must stand for dominate. Yeah, 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 yeah. Blah, 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 blah. Da, 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 da. There won't be no stumbling in your way, 'cause Jah would take good care of you. It's been a long time, Jah is guiding His people.
It's been a long time that Jah Shaka has been playing reggae music, and I'm very proud to have him on the show this week. Our very special guest, as long as I can remember, from watching you cut dub in the wee small hours over there in West London at John and Felicity's dub studio, to sound systems, to big dances in Acton Town Hall with you stringing up the sound and getting it sounding right, and then starting work and playing till the sun comes up. And you've been doing this for years. I first listened to you in 1978. For those of you listening to the show and wondering, well, where does it all come from? Where did it all start with Shaka? Shaka, when did all that business kick in of actually playing sound system? When did it become apparent to you that this was something you simply had to do?
Well, really, I and the group at that time, we started as people what was interested in music. I was first a musician from the school days, you know, because many people don't know, but we came into England from 1956. You know, Shaka's family came to London in 1956, and from early childhood we were practicing with instruments and growing up religiously and with the faith, and recognizing certain things in the world, what needs to be done, and realizing black people's position in England and the trials and tribulations that they faced along the way. The sound was formed to be a vehicle for the message for black consciousness and a message of hope for the people, a voice of the poor. So music transcends these avenues, and we give thanks that, you know, Shaka Sound was able to play a part in the upliftment of the people in England and all over the world in reggae music. And people are now recognizing the importance of roots music roots music has a long life, as you would know, Dave. That over the years you have many musicians and artists which have been really putting their lives involved in reggae. And that message, because it was sung, or the songs or the music was played because of things what were happening to people at that time, the music has a more importance even up to today. You know, there's a lot of things happening in the world today which many reggae artists have sung about from previously, and so it's a fulfillment of prophecy.
Solution, so much trouble in the world, 1979, Bob Marley. And Jah Shaka just returned from Japan, and before you went to Japan, you were saying that you got this. Tell us about this next year.
Yeah, this is a 7-inch which has been on the street about 8 weeks now, but it has to do with the same trouble in the world, you know. And these artists have taken Bob's music to another level to keep it going on, because when Bob sang these songs, people wasn't taking it such as important as what they see happening in the world today. So Bob Marley, in fact, is a prophet.
I said, dry your tears and don't cry no more. You know we gotta stay in the struggle for sure. Red Line Caribbean Pop. Oh, now your eyes, please don't you cry. Oh, that's on your knees and pray. Yeah, we gotta do that every day. Oh, my Father said, I am the true gentle way. Put this in your world today, I say. And don't you be discouraged. Never do one thing like that. You gotta live one day at a time. And don't you burden yourself today. You gotta lift your head up high. So dry your eyes, please don't you cry. Get on your knees and pray.
band is called Caribbean Pulse, and that's a single I'm hearing for the first time, played by Jah Shaka Sunday night on Kiss 100 with Tony Rebel. Tell us about Japan, Shaka. What was because we know Japan's been into reggae for a long time, but your style of reggae, when I say your style, deep, cultural, songs of significance, no cussing and all the stuff that's going on in sound clashes nowadays, none of that business. What was the response that you felt from the Japanese audience?
Well, it's like a family thing over there, the people really love roots reggae, and they look forward to hearing the music, like you'd say people going to a doctor to get medicine. They look forward to roots music. It helps them in their daily lives, especially when we play music about history or geography or anything educational or biblical. The people appreciate it. It seems like they have been waiting to hear these messages. So we want more people to really push the roots part of the reggae music, because it's that's helping the people.
Memories come flooding back of you cutting dub with Dennis standing next to you. I know that you were very close and you were inspired by his music, weren't we all? And what a tragic loss, the loss of Dennis Emmanuel Brown.
Close brethren, many days we sat in and around the reason together and played these instruments together in the early days, Dennis Brown is greatly loved. It's like an artist. Yeah. That's the word Dennis Brown.
Absolutely. If you'd like to hear Jah Shaka playing, then get yourself down to the Rocket this coming Friday, October the 19th. The Rocket located at 266 Holloway Road, opposite Holloway Road Tube, or just a couple of minutes down from there. Food, bar, merchandise, everything, or find out more by going to jahshaka.com. That's www.jahshakasound.com. jahshakasound.com. Obviously one word. Another great singer who's no longer with us, but whose songs live on, and the message particularly of those songs, very, very important, Garnet Silk.
Yeah, very important person in the 80s upsurge in reggae music. And a lot of messages were put out, and he laid a strong inspiration for a lot of musicians and artists which are about today.
Garnet Silk. The music of Jah Shaka.
We do wrong.
little child. You're young and innocent. Your love and dignity that made you excellent. When you was loving and tender to your parents. When you would play dolly house, you and your company friends. And if you fight today, tomorrow it is forgotten. Well, I'm someone who wants it, you have to still dead live again. Don't forget that the weak shall inherit the earth. Farewell, family. Protect yourself from being hurt, yeah.
From the hills of Mandeville.
Yes, you know, all these artists are very important and the message is important. The spirituality, the education, the way how people operate within their daily lives. Because even Bob Marley left an encyclopedia of music for people to live by. And if people listen to the music, not only dance to them, listen to the message. The message is what is utmost important, you know? Because the message, what you are hearing, can change your lives.
You mentioned that your family came here in the late 50s, 1956. How often are you able to, with all your traveling, how often are you able to get back to your roots, if you like, in Jamaica, Shaka?
Well, as you know, although I was born in Jamaica, you know, I consider myself an African nationalist. And according to the history of black people, I have a lot of projects going on in Africa at the moment. They're in Ghana. They're helping schools and clinics and hospitals and reform schools with a lot of aid at the moment, you know. But my family's there in Jamaica and we visit from time to time and check out the studios. A lot of work is done at Lego Studio down there in Orange Street, like a Hail of Lego. I heard he's in the country, and yeah, give thanks.
I rejected but I want to culturally. No one I can MTV and things that you done with me. A rude why I shuffle, yeah, rude why shuffle, fuck with your muffle and again. Say, rude why can't think you again. Rude why junkie, them won't come to stress me. Try to change and rearrange. Long time the day I know the game. Meet the day when them hot like a flame. Meet the day when them back down the lane. In our schedule with the butterman. Go to hell with you mix up a mood. Rude why I shuffle. Back way with your muscle and again. Say, rude why can't keep you again. Rude why donkey. Meet the daddy when them cock up the business. Meet the daddy when them jam up arrows. Soldiers and emperor in. In a the ghetto old fence right brain. Rude why a shuffle. Your muffle in the game. Say, I'm gonna say now. Rude why a skanky. Executive food, you're denying. Promote the words and the slap behind it. Don't do them so viciously. Got to face your reality. Like it's a rude why a shuffling. Rude why shuffling again. Back with your mumbling again. Say, I want to tell you. Rude why a skanky. Yeah. Cock up the bill. When them jam up arrows, In that you get a whole sense vibrate. Root why I shuffle and root why I shuffle kinky reggae. Back when we jump up and again. Say that root why I skanky.
You can't mistake those voices. Israel Vibration.
Israel Vibration. Brethrens, you know. All these artists I'm playing, brethrens of I and I, like brothers in the business. That's how we live. And I'd like to hail up all the musicians and artists out there listening and hope that you keep up this good work. Because at the end of a good job, there's a reward.
And someone who's been making music for a number of years, started out as a sound system singer on saxon is, of course, Roger Robin. I know you're a big fan to the point where you're now working with him. Tell us more about this, Shaka.
Yeah, Roger Robin, a very, very talented and gifted voice in the reggae fraternity. And I'd like to mention there's a lot of people out there that has got gifts and talent, and we'd like to expose more of them. Like you should have some musical academies where people can come through. But Roger Robin, one of the voices which is, you know, the voice of the moment and the songs. Well, this one is like what some people would call a special, this one.
Shaka Shaka warrior. Shaka Shaka warrior. Shaka Shaka warrior. Shaka Shaka warrior. I come to you exclusive Jah warrior. Shaka Shaka warrior. Shaka Shaka warrior. Hey, Jah warrior. Trotting all over Africa. Yeah. Royal son of Africa. Yeah. Hey. Shaka Shaka warrior. Shaka Shaka warrior. Shaka Shaka warrior. Shaka Shaka warrior. I come to you exclusive Jah warrior. Shaka Shaka warrior. Fighting for equal rights and justice for all mankind. Rooting for the poor people of the world. Yeah. Shaka Shaka warrior. Shaka Shaka warrior. Shaka Shaka warrior. Shaka Shaka warrior. I come to you exclusive Jah warrior. Shaka Shaka warrior. Shaka Shaka warrior. Shaka Shaka warrior. Shaka Shaka warrior. Yeah. Shaka,
Roger Robin, a dubplate burner. Jah Shaka, our special guest, Sunday night on Kiss 100, and going to hear his sound system is an experience. First of all, you've got to look at the way it's structured and the way he personally supervises the positioning of speakers and so on to achieve the maximum sound and that vibration which comes through when he plays that sound. And that old Garrard deck, that one changer, how long have you had that Garrard deck?
Well, those turntables, the Garrard turntables, are about 50 years old now, over 45 years old, going to 50, you know. And we regard it, you know, the old school sound system, regard it as the best turntable ever made, the Garrard. So You know, a lot of people use other things, you know, but you know, the old school, we stick to our old ways, you know. We'd like to hail up like Metro and, you know, the sound system and amplifier builders out there, you know. Very important into the business. We give thanks for them.
Absolutely, and you're still using the valves?
Yeah, the valve is very important. I hear that even Japan now are moving over to make a lot of valve amplifiers, and a lot of studios now are getting valve amplifiers to actually operate in the studios, and a lot of studios are getting live instruments now in the studios to use, so, you know, that sound, you know, important. Good dance. It's a mission, you know. Oh, God bless, no man curse.
This Friday, October the 19th, Shaka at the Broad Kicks, Holloway Road. Visit him and experience it. Also go to JahShakaSound.com.
About their behavior, to watch the things that they do, and to watch the things that they say, and to watch and pray and walk in the right way. So everybody knows, so they can't say that they never know. So everyone knows, so they can't say that they never know. That I'm on a mission, yeah, from Jah to all the nation. Tell them to straighten up themselves and look into themselves now. I'm on a mission, yeah, to all the nation. So in England and America, so Makasiba and Australia, in India and so China, in Jamaica and all over, I'm on a mission.
Color Red from his album Revelation Time, played by Jah Shaka.
You know, hail up Color Red for these messages, you know, messages of high importance.
And hail up Far Eye as well, and Junior Delgado.
Yes, man, brethren, you know, the Shaka crew. All crew, world tight, you know. God, the massive is out there. There's so much supporters have supported Shaka Sound over the years. It's numerous to mention. So many people have helped to keep this thing going. They know they are. We just say bless to every one of them. God bless them.
When so many sound systems have packed their boxes up in the garage because it's all too much trouble to load it on the truck and load it up and unload it and take it into and string it up and then string it down and put it back in the truck, and all the work, all the hard grafting that goes with the whole business of sound system, people relying on a box of records and the sound system inside a club. But of course, it's an entirely different sound when you string up the Jah Shaka set.
Well, it's a mission, you know. When Jah gives somebody a work to do, they must do it to the best of their ability. And at the end of any good job, there must be a reward. Commitment, loyalty, courage. Yes, Rastafari. Yeah, bless all the children out there, okay? All the mothers with the little children. Bless each and every one of them. All the brethren, make sure you take care of the little children. They're our future.
No matter children no cry. No matter children no cry. No matter tribulation, no matter separation, Jah is my guiding star. No matter tribulation, no matter separation, Jah is my guiding star. Let Jah be your guiding star. Let Jah be your guiding star.
And I give thanks and praise unto His Imperial Majesty, Emperor Haile Selassie, true and living God, earth rightful ruler, Rastafari. The Lion of the tribe of Judah, the Lion of the tribe of Judah, the Lion, crown him King, the Lion, crown him King, the Lion of the tribe of Judah. The lion, crown him king. The lion, crown him king. The Lion of the tribe of Judah. The Lion of the tribe of Judah. Jah Rastafari. Jah Rastafari. Jah dep on earth, him no inna the sky. Jah dep on earth, him no inna the sky. Jah dep on earth, you better love Rastafari. Selassie I live. Hear that? None of Jah children no cry. Blessed are those that went through great tribulation, sufferation, victimization. Blessed are they that are persecuted for the word of Jah Rastafari. Your reward will be in Zion. Remember the promise to Abraham. There's a promise, the promised land. So none of Jah children, don't cry. The Lion, put your trust in Jah. Only one man bear that title, Emperor Haile Selassie, the Lion of the tribe of Judah. The prophets before told about him. The people in the time spoke of him. But we live to see him as he is. And it was written that when we see him, we shall know him, because he shall be like us. So we give thanks and praise to His Imperial Majesty. Blessed be the word of the Almighty. In the beginning was the Word, and His Word take unto itself flesh, and dwell on earth amongst man and man. Rastafari. So it's not a dream, it's not a myth. And I give thanks and praise. Jah is worthy to be praised. Selassie.
Reasoning with Jah Shaka, the Zulu warrior, our special guest Sunday night here on Kiss 100. A chance to see him this Friday, October the 19th at the Rockets, Holloway Road, N7, or visit his website, www.jahshakasound.com. Thank you.
Rastafari, bless all people of Jah.